Dude just smoked me, man. We're in this traffic jam and he wasn't paying attention and ran right into the back of my motor. So we're gonna try to pull over here and do the whole insurance deal. That's not good. Let's see what happened. Not good. What happened?
Yeah, just I did help him out. Patient just slightly.
Oh, you hit it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it broke.
No, it broke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's just here. It's
You hit it? Oh, it bounced right up?
yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yes. It's so slow. It's
Yeah. Well, we got to get checked out. Do you have your insurance information?
Okay.
Yeah, it bent the prop.
I think it's just
It broke right there. It bent this, and it bent the prop.
okay.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, it's no
Joe.
problem. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go grab my my thing.
Just it's running. Suddenly stop. I need to pay more attention.
No, I mean, hey, nobody's hurt. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
Right. This anything metal or
Yeah.
mechanical can get fixed. So.
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. I got my camera. Is that all right? I have a vlog I shoot on the YouTube.
Okay.
Basically, he ran into the back of me over there when we were sitting still. It wasn't a high impact, but it broke the it broke my skeg and my it bent my prop. It bent the prop.
Give me 1 second. Be right with you. Oh, okay.
So it bent the prop, broke
Okay.
the skeg.
Yep.
I don't know if it did anything steering wise because it was in a park position.
Sure.
But no personal
Okay.
injury. The props are like $700. The motor, the lower units are about $6,000.
It's serious business. No, I completely understand. Dude, are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, you got your driver's license
Yes.
registration for the car and the trailer?
Yes, sir.
Got everything? Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
How we doing, guys?
Good. You're on YouTube
I'm on YouTube.
because I got a channel.
What's up, bud?
What are you doing? Road Ranger?
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
How you doing?
You guys are always
Everybody all right?
great.
Yeah.
We're good. It's just a little minor fender benders. A big accident up ahead of us, I guess.
Yeah, I just got off of that one.
How was it? Real bad or?
No, it wasn't too bad. Kid wasn't paying attention to what he was doing.
Ah,
Hit
shit.
somebody else.
Damn it. Yeah, so we were parked, or I was parked, and he was just rolling slow, and he hit the motor. So he's all right. I'm all right. We're just
Bottle
gotta.
of water? Anybody?
No, thank you. Oh, you come from the where? Are you working for?
He works for the
I
highway
work with DOT.
What do you?
Department of Transportation.
Oh, okay.
How's it look up ahead? Is it starting to clear out?
Oh yeah, it's all clear. I just opened it up there. It was
Nice.
left lane
This
is
this
flowing.
just backs up.
Yeah, this is just backed up. They're slowing down for you at the moment.
Oh, it's for us.
Yeah.
We're screwing everything up.
Yeah.
We were in the furthest lane, so it was hard just to get over
Thank you
here.
for getting over here.
Yeah, dude.
They
I was
didn't
like,
get over up there.
oh, really?
Yeah, if there was not that one, we cannot find.
We wouldn't have fit, but I was just like, you know what? We got to get off that. That's not big enough for
Oh yeah, no,
for us.
There was 4 cars up there in the left lane. I was like,
Well, nobody's hurt, so that's a good thing. Just some minor property damage. Hope it's nothing serious. I doubt it is. It was pretty low impact. But here comes the Road Ranger to look. Now this is the Ranger.
oh, yeah?
That's a Lake Ranger boat. See, look. See, this is a Lake Ranger. You're a Road Ranger.
Right.
See, let me see your back. See, that's the Road Ranger. This is the Lake Ranger.
Alright, y'all all set? You
Yeah,
don't
we're all
need me
set.
here?
All right, bud.
I'm about to go.
Appreciate your hard work,
All right.
man. Keep it up. Stay safe, all right?
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Well, you gotta love it. If it's not one thing, it's another. Man, I got the best luck in the world, but when it shuts off, sometimes it's not that good of luck. But hey, nobody's hurt. Doesn't look like there's really too much damage. Looks like I'll be able just to dunk it in the water and fish. I'll get it checked out first. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. You can't get too wound up about it. You can't get too stressed. You just got to kind of roll with the punches, just like losing a big fish in a tournament, man. You dwell on it, you let it get you down, or you let that negativity come in your life, it's going to stay there. So bounce it off like water off of a duck's back, or like steel shot off of a duck's back, and roll on and think positive and move on to the next one. We're going to be back on the road here pretty soon if I can get out into this mess here. I think I see a break coming. There it is, right there. There's the break I'm looking for, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo, we got out there. Back on the road, heading to Arkansas, Beaver Lake. Here we come. We're going in 2 pieces now. We're missing a small piece of the lower unit. So you always like to make it somewhere in 1 piece. You've heard of that? Well, we're not going to do it this time. We're making it there hopefully in 2 pieces. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We got another one coming up. Brake lights. I'm kind of clinching from the guy behind me. I hope it's not the same guy. Don't hit me. Whew. All right. Yes, so we're going to make it there in 2 pieces. I hope that's the plan. These guys over here did not. Hey, it happens sometimes, guys. The guy was a nice guy. Nobody got hurt. He did have insurance, so hopefully that's going to work out. And it looks like there's not too much damage. I hope that didn't bend that prop shaft and didn't affect the steering at all either. So those are the 2 things I'm most worried about. I'll check my mounting bolts for the motor and the jack plate as soon as I get there. And you know, hey, stuff happens. You can't let it get you down. It's like, you know, in a tournament, you lose that 5-pounder or something like that. You know, you could be upset for about a millisecond, but you got to put it behind you as quickly as possible and start getting some positive vibes going, and think about the next 5-pounder that's going to bite. So you just always got to do your best regardless of the situation. And a good buddy of mine always said is improve your situation. That's the key, is always improve your situation. So whatever situation you're in, make it a little bit better, you know, improve it. Well, I left the office last night after work. Got about maybe 2.5 hours of driving in, and pulled off, just crawled in the back and slept at a rest stop somewhere in probably mid-Florida. And then got up this morning, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and started hammering on the drive. Had that little hiccup there you saw earlier. Probably cost me a couple hours, but it's 8:30 now, so what's the math on that? About 14 hours minus a couple, so another 12 hours on the road. So I'm about 14 to 15 hours of road time into this trip, and I got another 8 left, so it's 23 hours of road time, I guess, to get to Beaver Lake from South Florida. It's a haul, but you know, one thing these long rides give you a chance to do, you spend a lot of time alone, is it gives you a lot of time to think and kind of evaluate things and go over things, you know, what's coming up and what's behind you in the rear view mirror. So we're a little bit past the halfway point of the season. There's 7 tournaments in the regular season, and we're 4 down. This is the 5th one here. And man, I mean, if you've been watching the show, you could see it's been a little bit of a rough season. But that's all in the rear view mirror. The thing is we got Beaver Lake coming up, and I'm pumped for Beaver Lake. Been there once before, so I know where the boat launches are at least, and I cashed a check there last year, which was pretty cool. That check really helped me get through the season. That was a big check for me to get through the season. You know, you don't forget stuff like that when you left the weigh-in thinking that you just missed it by 1 fish or something like that. Get about half hour down the road, and find out you got the last check or the second to last check. Man, I turned that truck around pretty quick and went and picked that thing up so I get it in the bank account. Man, I'm not gonna lie, it was what we call a small check on tour, but to me that check was huge. So I like Beaver Lake. It's a tough lake. FLW's been there, I don't know, 100 years now in a row, something like that. So there's a lot of history there, and it's pretty cool because you can watch a lot of the shows that FLW puts on, you know, and you get to see Dudley there, and you get to see Andy Morgan win there, and Cody Meyer does real well there, and Matt Airy does real well there. You know, these are guys that I fish against. You know, a lot of guys don't give other guys credit or whatever. They're afraid to say something nice about another pro, but man, I'm a fan of the sport, regardless of where I am or what level I'm at. I love fishing. I love tournament fishing. I love the guys that I fish against, and it's just awesome to go to Beaver Lake right now and try to beat Andy Morgan on Beaver Lake, or David Dudley, or Cody Meyer, or Matt Airy, or any of these guys. You know, there's guys that have cashed checks there for years, you know, and I get to fish against some of the best fishermen in the world. So I'm pumped. I'm super excited to have the opportunity. I like that type of fishing. I guess I can't really say there's any type of fishing I don't like, but yeah, man, I'm pumped for this one. I don't know why. I guess I'm pumped for all of them, but I'm a little bit more pumped for this one for some reason. I don't know. You know, but going back to like the tough season and stuff, you know, you hear the whispers. You know, I get haters out there that send me messages telling me that I suck, or I should give it up, or you know, hey, are you even gonna bother fishing the next one, or man, you ought to go home after practice. That's for real. You get that stuff, but all that does is that just thickens up that skin right there, you know. So you get a little bit thicker skin when you're not doing well, and you know, you really dig down deep and find out for yourself what your character is all about when things aren't going well. When things are going well, man, it's not hard to ride that train. It's when things aren't going well, and you know, you're down to your last dollar, and you're maxed out on your credit cards, and you know, you can't even afford to put new line on your rods for the next tournament. That's when you find out what your character is, and how deep you're gonna dig, and how much you really love this game, and you know, if this is what you want to be doing, and where your passion's at. And I couldn't be happier than to have this opportunity to be here. You know, I got really good support behind me. No way I'd be out here without the support behind me. Going right from my dealers to to Mark and April Osgood from Freedom Express, who've been with me all the way since day one. You know, gave me my very first opportunity. You know, my family and everybody else that you see either on my jerseys or on the boat or on the truck. It's just, you can't do it without them, you know. And there's, you know, there's never enough, but there certainly is an amount that makes it a go, and I'm there right now. So I'm stoked to have that. I gotta start cashing some checks. I gotta cash a check just to make it through this season, and if I can cash some bigger checks, then I can start working on getting enough money together to stay alive for next season if I don't pick up some more sponsorship for next year. So that's kind of where I am. We got a place to stay on Beaver Lake. JT Kinney took me under that great big wing of his and invited me to stay with them again, so I'm stoked about that. You couldn't ask for just a better group of guys. And you know, I'm starting to wonder if these guys, you know, fish because it's their passion, or if they fish to make enough money to support their hunting habits. These boys can hunt, and that's big in my background and where I'm from too. So hopefully JT gets drawn for a moose permit up in Maine this year. He put in for it. If he does, you're gonna see an extended season, some footage of Average Joe on tour with JT Kinney shooting his stick with a string apparatus with another stick at a 1,200 pound animal. So fingers crossed for that too. That's it for today. It's 11:30 at night. Pretty good day on the road for distance and time wise. Probably looking at 17 hours, I guess. A little bit over 17 hours on the road. So just hit Arkansas, crossed over near Memphis, and got another 5.5 hours to go to finish up in the morning, which should leave me plenty of time to work on the boat and tackle and stuff like that and get ready for day one of practice on Sunday. I'm pretty wore out right now. It's, you know, I really didn't do a lot today physically, but sitting in a truck, I guess, for that long kind of wears you down a little bit, and trying to stay alert driving. So it's time to pull over. You know, I could push another hour or two, get another hour or two out pretty good, but could do those 2 hours tomorrow too. All right, it's wake up time. It freaking poured last night. It was storming and pouring and raining and blowing, and it was pretty crazy. So didn't really get the best of sleep, but I did get some sleep, which was good. So let's check the tires, check everything over, and get back on the road. I think I got 5 hours to go. 5 hours. Still on the road. Left Florida late Thursday night. It is now Saturday noonish. Got 1 hour left, so that's pretty exciting. You know, I remember growing up, you'd see like a 6-7 hour drive, and it was like that was a big deal. And now you watch that GPS number hit like 10 hours or 9 hours or get down to single digits, and it's pretty exciting. It's like a breeze. So like a 4 or 5 hour trip somewhere is no problem nowadays. But yeah, we got about an hour, a little bit over an hour left. Been hammering on it ever since Florida. I've been going, I don't know, 80, 85 miles an hour, kind of chewing up the pavement. So things have been going pretty well there. Made it through the storms, made it through that little fender bender. So far we're still in 2 pieces. 2's good. We don't want to be in 3 pieces. It's looking pretty wet here in Arkansas. Everything looks flooded. It's been raining on and off most of the day today. The fields were all flooded, and streams look like they're overflowing. So it'll be interesting to see when we get on the Beaver, you know, how dirty she is and how flooded she is, and you know where the bushes are, you know, if the water's up into the bushes or not. So that'll be pretty interesting to see when I get there. And you know, I'm looking forward to taking the cover off the boat and diving into my tackle and getting my rods and reels and tackle ready. And man, I just love doing that. It's one of my favorite things to do. Is I'm pretty much a tackle junkie, if you haven't figured that out by now. I love fishing tackle of all different sorts. And man, I like working on my tackle. So I'm excited to do that. I'm looking forward to that. You know, get ready for the rest of the off day today, and get ready to get on the Beaver tomorrow for some good practice. Well, we're here in Arkansas, or Arkansas if you prefer, and I'm gonna go get loaded up and get the things I need to get me through the practice period and the tournament. So I'm shopping here at one of the FLW Tour sponsors, Walmart, as they say in Maine, Walmart, or as we commonly refer to it, the Wally World. I got out of the truck and it was a little bit chilly out here this morning. It was 46 degrees, so quite a bit different than it was yesterday on the road, and obviously quite a bit different than South Florida, but it's pretty chilly here now, and you would call these skies maybe ominous. Looks like we're going to get a little wet at the Beaver, and maybe very cold at the Beaver. But we'll take a little bit closer look at the 10-day forecast soon.
Oh, well, look at us now. You're on camera.
She was asking for a hat.
Well, you want a hat? Yes, I'm going to give you a hat. Because you're a nice young lady. What are you eating there?
You ready, Mark?
I think so. Yeah. I like this weather coming.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Were you here yesterday?
I was.
How bad did it rain?
Pretty bad. Rain?
Yeah.
I'd say that they had 5.5 or 6 inches of rain in the last 2 days. And I promise you, the lake will come up at least 5, maybe 6 feet.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
It'll be up. We're going to hit it good.
This is about to get painful here. Got to do the boat and the truck at the same time. Pretty cool. Gas $2.06 here, which is a lot better than where it was yesterday in Florida, and south of there was $2.49. So 43 cents off a gallon. I'm probably going to get about 50 gallons here, so that's pretty good savings right there. You know, real good savings. Right there. Pretty cool little flap here that Ranger puts on their covers so you can fuel up without taking the whole cover off. Look at that, huh? That's pretty sweet. Hit the limit. Got to do it again. Come on out, man. We's good to go, baby. We's good to go. Yield up. We get a hot coffee. So we made it. We're here. Got the boat all ready. Got the tackle all ready. everything's ready for tomorrow morning, first day of practice. Staying here with one of JT's good friends in Arkansas, about mid-lake. So we got a nice little boat launch right down the way here, which would be nice to launch the boat every day. And that's about it. Got big old Raven here. Raven, you want to go in? Huh? You want to go in? Let's go.
You know, Tony has a couple of different, he's branched out a little